So before we jump into today's video, I just want to let you all know of another exciting project I'm working on with AJ from Dreamfall71, and that is VG Tonight. Now, what is VG Tonight, Kieran, you ask? Well, it is a video game showcase show similar to Nintendo Direct and State of Play, but that solely focuses on indie and AA titles. So if you're interested in that and you want to watch, you know, something cool leading up to the E3 month, then yeah, I'll leave the links down in the description below. Hopefully you're interested, hopefully you're excited. There's a lot of games that are going to be shown off there, so yeah, maybe you'll find your next favourite, I don't know. When that new theme music just starts playing and kicking in, it gives off this feeling of a new frontier, a new beginning, and that's exactly what this DLC aims to be for a lot of players. A new beginning. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran, and yes, welcome to Fallout 76 Wastelanders, and you're probably like, that is your face, what is happening here? Well, guess what, I'm actually trying like a new editing thing. I want to experiment more with my edits, because I've been doing the exact same video layout all the fucking time. So I was like, do you know what, I'm kind of getting a wee bit bored, so may as well fucking edit my own face, and I've even shaven just for you, don't not worry. But yeah, welcome to Fallout 76 Wastelanders. This is my thoughts and opinions video. I'm going to be giving out a lot of thoughts. I'm going to be giving out a lot of opinions. Some might be popular, some might not be popular. You might disagree, which is completely fine. But yeah, this video is literally just my thoughts on the DLC as a Fallout fan and as a fan of Fallout 76 before the DLC came out, because throughout the year, well, throughout the year and a half or something like that it's been out for, I have enjoyed the game. I have liked it. It took me a while to properly get into it, but at the end, I did quite enjoy it. I just liked roaming around with my friends, doing quests, getting XP, leveling up, building my settlement, recording some videos. It was all good fun. So again, just want to say, this is not going to be a professional review of the DLC, so if you want that, go somewhere else. Right now you're going to get some unprofessionalism by Bundicot. So yeah, let's jump right into Wastelanders. First off, let's talk about the story, more specifically the main quest line. It's alright. It is okay. It is not bad, but it's not great. Basically, do not jump into this DLC thinking it's going to be like this grand, amazing, epic story, like something you would find out of New Vegas, or Fallout 4, Fallout 3, or any Fallout. Because in this DLC, it feels to me that, like, story was sort of a second thought, and the main drive for this DLC was just getting NPCs in there and then just sort of piecing together whatever story comes to their mind. But anyway, I'm getting too ahead of myself here. Let me scale back just a little tiny bit. So when I first jumped into Wastelanders, you have the choice of either using a pre-existing character or a brand new character. Now, I highly recommend using a pre-existing one. I use mine, Nigel Morningwood, of course, level 50, of course I'm going to be using that character. And by the way, the differences are quite massive, because if you start a new character, you have to do all the fucking search for the overseer, read all these fucking video or tapes or whatever, I can't remember what they're called now. But yeah, you need to do all that stuff, you need to find the overseer, and then you get to the Wastelanders stuff. Or, you start a new character, listen to the radio, oh, the overseer? What do you need? Oh, there's new people exploring Appalachia? Fantastic, I'll be right fucking there. I was hyped, I was excited to meet the Overseer. I was actually genuinely surprised, because I was like, wonder if they're actually going to bring her back, if she's going to be actually a character. But it's strange, like, where has she been for this past year? Like, she's apparently been in this little house, but I've walked past that house many a times, and she was never there, neither was her little fucking robot companion. So the story is a bit all over the place, to be honest with you, because the first half of the story is getting introduced to the new factions, the Raiders and the Settlers. Getting introduced to them, both their quests are quite similar towards the start. You know, you need to go there, and then you warn them about the Scorch, and they're like, I don't think that is true. You need to convince my advisor or medic or whatever like that. And you go, talk to them, go back to the leader, bam bam bam. You get an inoculation, you get a fucking, a cure sorted. You cure both the factions using Nuka-Cola. Such a Fallout thing, by the way. I love doing that quest and naming your own Nuka-Cola. What was mine is like, Nuka-Cola, my blood is in it. So yeah, once you got all that banged in, once you get the whole inoculation part of the story, which is essentially the first half. All that sorted, you finally get to go down either the settler path or the raider path. Both of them apparently quite different. I've only went down the raider path, so I'm just, again, thoughts and opinions, no official review. I only went down one path. So the overall story from this point onwards is, what is this treasure everyone's talking about? It turns out to be a vault filled with gold. The gold reserves of the United States of fucking America. So once I learned about this and the treasure and stuff like that, my immediate thought was, there is going to be a conflict between the settlers and the raiders, and I will definitely be on the raiders' side because I want to shoot people. I want to raid, you know? But yeah, I was like, okay, so once we get the gold, once we get the heist, this is where the conflict will be between the sellers and the raiders, both of them fighting over gold. That did not happen, but we'll get into that. And yeah, the raider questline was really fun. There was a lot of quests in there that felt really Fallouty, like the one, so there was basically a quest later on in the game where you meet Gentleman Johnny Weston, I think his name is, and you pose as a slave to try and rescue his friend, and you go down into like an underground battle arena where slaves fight each other and so, like slaves fight monsters and shit like that. And I was sitting there and I was like, this is such a Fallout quest. Like, I'm pretty sure there has been quests like that before, like Pit in Fallout 3, where you are fighting as a slave and stuff like that. Like, there was, instantly I was like, this is Fallout. This is what 76 should have been from the start. This is the kind of quest that I wanted, not fetch quests. So yeah, the quests were really good. There were some fun ones, there were some boring ones, there were some really irritating ones. If you've watched my stream, you probably know which one I'm talking about with Rara. So yeah, the quests were all very well and good up until the vault heist. Up until Vault 77 was getting broken into. Once we had our team sorted, everything was cool. Then everything got a bit disappointing, I must admit. Things were very anticlimactic towards the end, and I was disappointed, I must admit. So the final quest starts out really epic. You blow off the door of the vault, you're walking in, you're shooting up the fucking robots and stuff like that, you're going in, it gets very tense because Gale, Rara, and Johnny all get trapped in this room, and then, yeah, like, Johnny died for me. I may have, egged him on a wee bit and then he got himself killed, but, that was his own fault, to be honest.
Tampering detected. Activating lethal countermeasures.
Shit.
I think Johnny's dead.
But from that point on, we were introduced to the Secret Service, the people who were, taking up residency in this vault. Once they were introduced, I was like, oh, things are getting spicy, things are getting very intriguing indeed. What will this be? Will this be like an alliance between the Secret Service and the Raiders versus the Settlers? Like, what is this going to be? Like, what's going to happen here? And so we push on forward, we make a deal with the leader, so that means, because the Secret Service at the moment are, like, trapped in this certain section of the vault because of ghouls and the reactor and stuff like that went tits up. So we make a deal, we're like, hey, give us gold, we set you free. So yeah, after that, we take up like another quest after the big vault heist quest, and we meet this ghoul guy who was a Secret Service member. He explains the situation, we go in, kill the ghouls, kill a Wendigo, and then fix the reactor, we go back to the leader. The ghoul Secret Service guy died, not by my hand, but yeah, it may have been my fault, but yeah, and then we get the golds, and that was it. Yeah, that was the end of the Wastelanders questline, which, it was so anticlimactic by how it ended, because literally it's like we got introduced to a new currency, being like, oh, gold doubloons, or whatever it's called, and then you can buy shit, you can buy armor from the career, you can go back to the Secret Service people and buy shit from them, and it felt like we came to the middle. It felt like the middle of the story, It's like we finished Act 2, we're going into Act 3, and Act 3 wasn't there. Where is my Act 3? I do not know. Yeah, like, I was expecting at least a confrontation between the Settlers and the Raiders. Like, I thought that was going to be apparent. Do you know what, actually, I honestly thought that, like, when we left the vault with Meg and the Raiders and we have gold and stuff like that, I was honestly expecting, like, the Settlers to be, like, fucking positioned around the hills, being like, being like, where's our gold? Yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, I found it kind of disappointing because the whole faction reputation system kind of felt a little pointless to me, because if I became friends with the Raiders, I was half expecting to just be like, oh yeah, now I'm not welcome to Foundation because both of them hate each other. Yeah, both of them just hate each other, that's about it. Like, there's no conflict at all, like, apart from like a few like insults and stuff like that. The Settlers and the Raiders did not interact whatsoever. Like, Meg even says at one point, like Meg, the leader of the Raiders, she says, yeah, we'll keep them alive, there's no point in destroying them, you know, we'll basically do a Negan from The Walking Dead to them and be like, oh, give me half your stuff, and then don't actually kill them. And I'm sitting there, right, I'm sitting there the entire time, I'm like, we are raiders. Let us raid. Are you taking peace? What is happening? Come on, let us kill them. The raiders felt so unraidery, it just felt like, they were like an antagonistic faction. They did nothing antagonistic. I get that they're saving like major story elements for like, and they want to drag it out probably throughout the year 2 event. But like, I was expecting more of a final end to this. Like, the main storyline for this anyway, it didn't feel like a 3-act structure at all. It felt like a 2-act structure. Like, by the end, literally, like, even when I was playing the final quest with my mate Dan, we were just like, oh, that's it. It's just, yeah. Even the Vault Heist, it didn't really feel that epic to me either. It didn't feel like a final conflict of the story. It just felt like you just went in there, you shot a couple of robots, and then that was about it. It just felt like a side quest, essentially. Yeah, we just need to kind of wait until Bethesda announce their next roadmap and then see where the Wastelanders story is going to go. I definitely guarantee that there will be more factions coming in, and then once the settle, and then probably like phase 2, so maybe like the second DLC of the year, there's probably going to be like the settler war or something like that. There's going to be some sort of war. There has to be a war. I really wanted like once a day massive game event where it's like, Foundation's under attack, the crater is under attack, and then people who are aligned with either the Settlers, the Raiders, can go and like defend and like fight over this territory. I don't know, I think that would just be way more engaging and way more immersive, but like obviously not have that faction take over the crater or have that faction take over the Foundation, because then that will ruin the sort of plot elements of the world. Just have simple raids and simple attacks and stuff like that. There would be nothing wrong with that. Like, you don't even need to kill off like major characters. You can just go in, down them, and then they would be downed throughout the entirety of the event or something like that, you know? Before we move on from quest lines though, there is one major gripe that I really need to bring up. By the way, I just want to quickly say, I do love Wastelanders. I know I'm bringing up a lot of negatives here, but like, I do genuinely love Wastelanders. It's such a great update to the game. It makes the game so much better. But there is a gripe with main quest lines. They have ruined it for multiplayer. Like, it's just like, I don't know what you guys think about it, but for me anyway, and for me and my friends, it's so infuriating to play quest lines, especially the main quest line, with other players.
Wait, it's asking me to select shit now.
Anything we can answer for you?
What? Right, I'm just gonna leave that Wait, it's wanting me to talk to her now.
Well, I'm on the dialogue box now, so you guys click shit. I have no idea how this fucking works with people.
Yeah, it's doing it for me as well.
The f-
But then if I click on you, I can tab on Kieran, and it's like listen to his conversation.
Right. Did we finish the inoculation?
What the fuck is that?
You guys hear this?
Have you been to the mountains lately?
No, you're the team.
Yeah, I can hear it.
People from outside Appalachia are coming in. I snuck around 2 of the larger groups and
Get out
saw
my
them
face, you little
both
fucking
building.
metal shit.
So basically, if you don't know, if you haven't played, when you are in a team with your friends and stuff like that in Fallout 76, typically, you're both sharing the experience, so that means like both of you are doing the same objectives. Up at the top right, you're like, oh, this is our quest, blah blah blah, we need to do this, this and that. Both of you can check off things, and you progress together. In this update, you don't do that. So basically, if I'm driving the story, I go in there, I get the dialogue screen, I get this and that, I get the quest objectives and stuff like that. But if I'm in a team with someone, if I'm in a team with Dan or something like that, and he's driving the quest, all I will get at the top right of the screen is, help out the team leader. And that's it. You don't see your objectives, you don't progress together, there is no shared progression. You get a little reward at the end if a quest is completed, but that's about it. And I find that really disappointing, because and it sort of, yeah, so it sort of discourages playing with friends, which I don't understand because Fallout 76 is a multiplayer title. So I don't get it, because now like if you're playing with 4 players, you need to do the quests 4 times in a row. So that means all yous can get like the same progression. So that means all of yous can complete the same quest and then keep together, you know? That's what I did during the playthrough of this game. I actually had to fucking play solo just to get like the full experience instead of piggybacking off my friend and being like, I am here, I am present. What is going on? I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Let me know down in the comments below, because it's so crazy. Like I understand that a lot of people are playing it solo now, but they need to utilize the multiplayer segments, because again, the base core is multiplayer, so you really need to adjust this. You need to make it better, because help out a team leader is just not good enough. It's a bit shit, to be honest. It doesn't make it fun at all. It doesn't make it immersive. But yeah, with all that out of the way, it does feel like a Fallout game again. It feels more like what I originally envisioned a multiplayer Fallout to be. Like, I can roleplay as myself, I can go in, have dialogue with NPCs, I can somewhat share the experience with a friend. Especially when playing on the private server. Yes, I may have picked up Fallout first for 1 month. Yeah, to be honest, I got it for machinima making purposes, but I also utilised it when playing throughout the entirety of Wastelanders. So I never got to experience Wastelanders with hundreds of people around me. It was only usually like me, Dan, maybe like one of our friends Simon jumped in as well from time to time. But yeah, that was like sort of it. And also I think Bethesda deserved a tenner, you know, like throw a tenner to your Bethesda. Moving on, I want to talk about the dialogue system. Now you can interact. Now you can have a good fucking engaging story arc, because you're taking part in the story. You're not just like a bystander experiencing previous events. You are in this story. You are literally a part of it, which is what everyone's been asking for this entire fucking time. The dialogue was actually pretty funny at times as well, and again, felt like Fallout 3, actually, do you know what? It felt more like Fallout New Vegas with the dialogue choices, which is strange. And if that's what they were aiming for, I would say they fucking nailed it. But yeah, to be honest, I'm really excited where Fallout 76 could go from here. I'm really excited for Year 2, the massive event Year 2 is. And yeah, I'm really curious what this roadmap's going to look like. I want more conflict between the Settlers and the Raiders. I want more characters. I want more interesting factions. I want to learn more about that fucking Cult of the Mothman. I want to join it. Let me join it. That'd be perfect. And by the way, if you're wanting to pick up 76 right now, I advise you get it on sale, because right now the asking price is like £35. I don't think it's worth it just yet though. I would say pick up on a sale. Try and find it cheap somewhere, get it there. 20 quid, I would say, probably. Again, this is not an official review, so make of that as you may. But yeah, that was just my initial thoughts and opinions of it. Overall, I enjoyed it, but then again, the main quest was disappointing. Just the ending of it just felt... it didn't even feel like an end. Like, Moan, you need to have a final ending. Like, I know you're going to continue the story, but you need to have a final ending. But yeah, I'm just glad that Fallout 76 finally feels like, or more like, a Fallout game. Like, I already had the base sort of elements there, but now it has the ingredients. Now it has more ingredients than ever, and so now it just feels more Fallout, which I fucking love, and I'm really happy that more people are returning to the game. I'm more happy that people are buying the game, giving it a chance and stuff like that. I'm happy that Fallout fans are coming back as well, and not looking at the game being like, that is a cash grab, let's be negative, oh, Twitter, time to type out my opinion even though I've not played it. It's like, give the game a chance, buy it on Steam. If you don't like it, refund it. There you are. Problem solved. But yeah, that's me for this video. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think of Wastelanders? Let me know down in the comments below. And by the way, what do you think about this video? Do you want me to do more face stuff? Let me know down in the comments below. I will definitely give it a go. Special thanks to my lovely wee patrons, Cat G, Proxy1, TG Monster, and Enigma Plays 115 for your continued support over on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much. I do really appreciate it. That is me for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall be seeing y'all later. Bye bye.